Shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I do give all honor and all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekah HaKwadash. Next, double honors to the elder apostles and bishops of Great Millstone, from whom I've learned this 100% truth. Salutations to the hopeful elect who are scattered in the four corners of the earth, including the speckled birds. Shalom to the sincere sisters who are listening and learning in silence and keeping the order to the best of their ability. Shalom. My brother Kapasha, Tabernacle 4443, coming to you with a brief lesson. Lord willing, this lesson will be edifying. I was recently in Isaiah chapter 32, the righteous king, which is entitled, all right, I'm going to start there. That's where I just went with that that first scripture and brought out some precepts, and I'm gonna go to the second scripture and bring out some precepts. But I'm gonna go ahead and read that start at the top of Isaiah 32 and 1, the righteous king, which is Yahweh Shai. He's that righteous king, and we are, the elect of Israel, are the princes, you see. And but all Israel, once they be reborn into the kingdom, that's of the 2/3 that get destroyed on this side, are going to be kings and princes, right? So here we have it. So this is a prophecy, man, because we that's where our minds are, the hopefully elect minds are. Is about these prophecies, man, because we're looking forward to ruling with Yahweh Shai, you see, under his, that righteous rulership, because we are sick and tired of this, wicked rulership. All right, let me go ahead on and begin to bring it out. It says here, behold, a king shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall rule in judgment. Because nothing is being, we don't get any justice in this wicked kingdom that we're living in now. This place has destroyed, the Lord's people, you see, because we went off, you see. But nonetheless, the Lord is restoring. He's waking up his elect. If not all of them are awakened yet, but nonetheless, we out here on the highways and the hedges, the hopefully elect men that the Lord has sent out, teaching the 100% truth, starting with the head men of GMS, the elder apostles and bishops of Great Millstone, right on down to the local camps, all right? Out there on the highways and the hedges, preaching, prophesying the downfall of this wicked kingdom, and prophesying to the elect of Israel, you see. And it reads on, it says, behold, a king shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall rule in judgment, in justice, in righteousness, you see. It says here, verse 2 reads, and a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as the rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. That is protection. And it starts with Yahweh Shai's name. You have to know the Father's name, Yahweh. That means he exists. He's to be. You see? He is. And then you have to know his son's name, Yahweh Shai. That means the deliverer. He's the deliverer. You see? You're going to have to know his name in the time when that wind comes. You need to know that name before that wind comes. You need to build your faith in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. He's the deliverer. He's our salvation. You see? Because that's where that protection is going to come. You see? Through the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Let me get this in, let's go to Proverbs 18 and 10. A precept in Proverbs 18 and 10. Because you got to know the name. And that man that is that is of the hiding place, that man, it's Yahweh Shai. You're gonna have to, he's the man. Yahweh Shai is the man. You see? Let me read this again first. It says, and a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind. Yahweh Shai is going to be our shelter. It's going to be our refuge. It's going to be our protection. And you have to know his name. 2/3 of our people when, in through Jacob's trouble. But ultimately, we know that wind is those, the ICBM, those nuclear missiles. You see? But it's all entailed because it says it right there in 2nd Esdras, the 15th chapter, around the fifth verse, earthquakes. You see, the Lord is going to, we're seeing these things happen now on a low scale to that degree, as when it's really going to, amp up. It says here, let me go right here. It says here, 2nd Esdras 15:5 reads, it says, behold, saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Al Shai, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. You see, all of these things are coming. That's a wind. That represents that wind as well. All of the disasters and calamities that, the men on the highways and the byways been warning you about. You see, turn from your wickedness, come out of Christianity, Israel. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, come out of Christianity. It says here, a man shall be as an hiding place. First and foremost, it's Yahweh Shai. It's going to be our refuge, and of the elect, a man is going to be your protection, you women, you children that the Lord has, we're sent to the elect men's way. You see? As it says in, Isaiah 4:1. Let's go there real quick. This going to happen, this on this side. You see? This is going to happen on this side. It's going to get bad out here. And you're going to need an elect man for protection. Because Yahweh shall always, he uses his men, his elect man. Isn't he using his elect men to risk their lives on the highways and the hedges to give you this warning? Now, prophesying to you, breaking down the scriptures right? It says here, Isaiah 4:1, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we would eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach, your shame, because you're not going to have any food. You're not going to have any resources. You're not going to have any nourishment. You're not going to have any shelter. You're not going to have anything but the elect men, because Yahweh Ba'ashem Al Shai, he uses his men to as he used Moses, as he uses Isaiah, Jeremiah, to give you the warning. You see? Give you these warnings. You see? It says here, and let me go back to Isaiah 32:2, which reads, and a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind. You see? From all the destruction and calamities that are coming upon the earth. It's called Jacob's trouble. But, let me get that real quick. I'm all over the place, I know. But hey, just going by the Spirit. It says here, Jeremiah 30:7, it says here, I gotta go, I gotta start with 5. I gotta start with 5, Israel. All right, it says here, Jeremiah 30:5, which reads, for thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Al Shai, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and of not peace. Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. You see? Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. You see? See, that's how bad it's going to get. But the elect man is not going to be holding his lower abdomen, for such fear as that. The elect man is going to have their faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem Al Shai. You see? The elect man is going to be good. You see? Because he know the name. You know, he's been rehearsing the righteous acts, you see, before all of these things came upon this earth. You see? You see? You know, we're doing the things that are pleasing to Yahweh Ba'ashem Al-Shai now. So therefore, we know that these things are going to come upon the earth, and therefore we know that the Lord is going to be our refuge, our protection, because we're going to be calling on his name during that time, Israel. You see? It says here, and it goes on, it says here, and we know that the Lord is going to take care of us too. Yeah. All right, it says here, Jeremiah 30:7, which reads, at last for that day is great, you see, Jacob's trouble, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. That's the elect of Israel. He ain't gonna save these wicked two-third ninjas or these stick-up kids and the YNs or whatever you want to call them. He's not gonna save them. He's gonna destroy them because, you know, the whole head is sick, as it says in Isaiah 1. You see, you don't even, they don't know their master's crib. You see, it says here, let's go back here again. It says, and a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of the great rock, of a great rock in a weary land. That's all protection, a refuge for those who are putting their trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Al-Shai. And you women, you're going to want and elect men during that time because they are stable. They're going to be stabilized. They're going to have stability. They're not going to be all frizzy-minded, running around here all haphazardly, you know, not knowing what to do, all confused and ashamed and scared. You see, we're going to be settled in our minds, whether we get carted off to a concentration camp or whether we have to, you know, lay our heads on a guillotine or whatever. We're going to be good, you see, because the Lord is going to put that spirit on us. And therefore, he very well might save you in that instance of time, because he's not going to get us all. You know, yeah, we're going to, there's going to be some martyrs during that time. You see, we're not giving you all peaches and cream. We're giving you the 1% truth. You know, and it reads here, let me read this over here in Isaiah 33:6, because we're going to be stabilized in the wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh Ba'ashem Al-Shai. It says here, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. See, the Lord is pleased with his elect men now because his elect men are fearing him. They have put their trust in fearing him, rehearsing the righteous acts, as I have already said, before all of the earthquakes and plagues and famine and great deaths and things of that nature come upon the earth. See, so therefore, that man, that elect man, first it starts with Yahushua, and then his elect man right here on this earth right here, to be a hiding place from the wind, the destruction that's coming, Israel, and a covert. Let me get that word covert. I believe it means shelter, refuge, all of these things. That's what the word covert means. Let me get it. I'm gonna get it on the blue letter. I'm gonna get the shelter. Let me see what the pronunciation is. The blue letter says, what? Oh, it says, okay, hold on. I got to do something. Turn off that covert. Let's go back to that. Let's go. Ready? Covert.
Strong's H 5643. Sefer.
Okay. It means covering. You see, shelter, hiding place, secrecy. The Lord gonna have his man put away secretly, out of harm's way. You see, out of danger, all the perilous times that's gonna be coming all around us. There's some more precepts, but I don't have time to bring them out. All right, let me get this right here. Let's go to Psalms 91, because that's a really good one. Psalms 91. See, this is what the Lord is going to do for his elect, and he's going to be that covering from that wind, that destroying wind, you know, and ultimately, as I said, it's those nuclear missiles. Let me read, start with Psalms 91:1, and then I might have to cut out of here, y'all. It says here, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. And what's the secret place? Is this truth? This wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of this truth. It's going to stabilize us. The Lord said, you know, a man, an elect man, you know, starting with Yahweh Shai and the elect prophets, and you know, that's hidden in this truth. You see, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. That protection is that shadow. It's the covering. It's shelter. I would say of the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Shai, He is my refuge and my fortress, my power. In Him will I trust. Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler, which is Esau, Edom. He's that fowler. And he set traps for us. But we are not ignorant of Satan's devices, are we? All right, see? Not the elect. It says, surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler, and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and thy buckler. That's a protection. This wisdom, knowledge, and getting this understanding of this truth, knowing how we should conduct ourselves, knowing what we should do. Don't be a con man. Don't try to heat men up unto yourself. Don't be somebody trying to get over and things of that nature. You see, do the things that's pleasing to Yahweh B'Shem Shai. If you fear Him, you will examine yourself all the time. Put yourself under strong examination, you know, under the scope. You see, be vigilant with your attitudes and your character, Israel. If you are of the elect and you fear Yahweh B'Shem Shai, you would tread carefully at all times. You see, yeah, we go off, we make mistakes, but nonetheless, you're not going to just let it go and continue on and say Salakia. You see, no, that's not of the Lord. You're only fooling yourself. It says here, it says 5 reads, thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, those missiles. All right, and nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at their right side, and 10,000 at their right hand, but it shall not come nigh the elect. Not the elect, that's what it says, but we know what it's talking about. And it says, only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked, because when the Lord beam us up in those in that chariot, we'll be able to see the destruction of all the wicked. And also too, during Jacob's trouble, we're going to see a lot of destruction then. And only with our eyes we'll be able to see it. We'll be able to see it. We're looking at somebody getting unalive right next to us. We'll be there looking. But the Lord going to have a spirit on us, knowing that we are protected. You see? So the Lord is our refuge. A man, it says here, let's go back to the opening scripture. It says here, and it says, and a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, an elect man, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. Covering, comfort, protection, Israel. So, I hope you were edified to some degree. Lord willing, you were. I'm going to end it right there. But before I end it, I must give all honor and all praises to Yahweh B'Hashem, Yahweh Shai B'Hashem, Rikah HaKwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and bishops of Great Millstone, from whom I've learned this 100% truth. Salutations to the hopeful elect who are scattered in the four corners of the earth, including the speckled birds. Shalom to the sincere sisters who are listening and learning in silence and keeping the order to the best of your ability. Again, shalom.